Hello there, Taylor with the Multi-Tempo Report. Lots going on, lots to talk about. We've got all kinds of areas of probability, all kinds of storms going on, but after the break, we'll be speaking in español. Entonces, en el Atlántico y Pacífico Occidental, esta es Ingrid y esta zona de probabilidad de 10% en el momento es asociada con los remanentes de Manuel. Sí, esta es la imagen de satélite, las imágenes, no sé, Ingrid y los remanentes de Manuel. Y esta es la loop de Ingrid. Y los peligros afectando tierra con Ingrid son lluvias y más lluvias, vientos y mareada ciclónica. Mareada ciclónica creo que es la palabra. Según el aviso de SMN, lluvias muy torrenciales son posibles con esta tormenta tropical Ingrid. Manuel tiene peligros afectando tierra aún, ya, no sé. Lluvias intensas a torrenciales y vientos fuertes y oleaje elevado en sus costas y con los remanentes de Manuel. En el Atlántico, por aquí, hay ex-huracán Humberto. En el momento, Humberto es una tormenta tropical y se prevé que esta tormenta convertirse o está fortaleciendo, convertirse en un huracán en el futuro, sí, y tormenta tropical por aquí, y es la verdad. Este es por aquí, ¿dónde está? ¿Por aquí? ¿Dónde está? Las islas de Azores, no sé cómo pronunciar esta isla en español, sí. Azores, no sé. Y por aquí, hay una zona de probabilidad solo en el momento es cerca de 0%. En los próximos 5 días tiene una probabilidad de 20% para esta zona. Y en el noroeste pacífico hay los remanentes de Maní por aquí y por aquí, una zona de probabilidad baja. Y por aquí, 2 zonas de probabilidad o tormentas. Según el JTWC, solo están zonas de probabilidad y según el JMA son tormentas. Esta es tormenta o depresión tropical. Sin nombre. Depresión tropical sin nombre, sí. Y esta es tormenta tropical Usagi. Pero en el momento es demasiado lejos de la Tierra y por esa razón no tiene peligros afectando tierra en el momento. Creo que sí, o algo así. ¿Y esto es toro? ¿Esto es toro en español? No sé. Yes, now in English, so Mexico still with the land hazards with the rain. So if you look directly on the SMN website, there's still land hazards with Manuel, even though the NHC has stopped tracking this storm with the intense rains to torrential rains, strong winds, elevated waves, stuff of the sort. And then, of course, Ingrid is still a tropical storm, formerly a hurricane, and of course moving in over land and dropping lots and lots of rain. In fact, isolated areas, where is it? 25 inches possible, especially in areas of mountainous terrain. That is quite a large quantity of rains. Yes, so rainfall, winds, storm surge, still a threat with this storm. And of course, you can read more information from here with the SMN with the advisory for this system. So elsewhere, we've got Humberto is back in action. Humberto, who was once a hurricane, predicted to become a hurricane again. The question is whether Umberto will be close enough where I need a better thing. There you go. Whether Umberto will, if that will be close enough to the Azores Islands to cause ill effects, or if Umberto will just stay far enough away that we can call it good or something, I don't know. And then we've got this area of probability right here, near to 0% chance in the moment, or at the moment, as high as a 20% chance in the next 5 days. And then, of course, over in the Pacific Northwest, that's what it's called. 3 areas of probability, or two storms and 1 area of probability. So this thing, low chance tropical cyclone formation, this is the remnants of Man-yi, but these areas here, per the JTWC, are still just areas of probability, whereas the JMA, which is Japan Meteorological Agency up there, is officially declaring these as storms. They don't give it a number at all at the JMA, they just call it, I forget what it says officially in the advisory, but so this one is apparently a tropical depression at the moment. But this one, the JMA, is already saying that it's tropical storm Usagi, if that is how it's pronounced. So the JTWC needs to get with it on this one and start tracking it as a storm. So this thing, at the moment, far enough away from land that there's no land hazards, but of course predicted to become the equivalent of a hurricane, so it would be a typhoon at that point, and there is almost certainly going to be land hazards, quite possibly for the Philippines and Taiwan at that point. And that is what is happening in the land of tropical cyclones. U.S. severe weather kind of tame-ish at the moment. No mesoscale watches in effect. Mesoscale discussions nor watches in effect. I can't speak. So this is kind of interesting. I'm just going to show you the hail map, says less than 5% all areas. But if you look at the wind map, here is where the probability of 58 mile per hour and greater winds are today. Here is where the chance of a tornado is today. So tip of Texas with the 2%, which, presumably would include parts of Mexico if the SPC actually drew into other countries with their maps and such. But then, of course this, including Canada, most likely with the wind probability. So there are your 2 threat areas for today, up there with the strong winds and down there with the 2% chance of a tornado. Tomorrow, 5% chance, but for much bigger areas, so there's tomorrow's 5% chance. So that could be tornadoes, wind, or hail. We find out tomorrow. But it's tapering off. There's generally like a resurgence around, I think it's like October and November for Dixie Alley type places. So things are definitely not over for the year. SevereWeatherTV.com is the official homepage of this screencast. There looks so much. I'm never going to fix that. It's just going to always look that wonky at that resolution where the text is covered up and nothing's going right. So yes, and that is it for today. And hopefully you're staying safe out there.